Hi everyone, and welcome to our Southwest Hertfordshire Reform social page. Thank you for being with us today. My name is Shelley Shaw and I will be interviewing the potential candidate for the Croxley Hertfordshire County Council elections in May the 1st, George Moss. Hiya, thank you for being here today.
No problem.
So George is local to the area and he would like to tell you a little bit about his history with the area and why he is running for reform.
So I have lived in Croxley for about 15 years. I live in Dickinson Square at the moment. I'm very passionate about the area. I've got a young family. I'm quite passionate about living in the area. I've got a young family. I've got dogs that I walk locally. I love the countryside. But now I'm starting to see more developments coming up, more proposed applications. And for me, that's something that I have to get involved in and stop.
I think with Croxley, the biggest thing that's coming up for a lot of people is the upcoming developments on, is it the farm fields?
Yes, so Little Green Lane, there's currently a proposal to put in there 600 houses. Not only is this going to impact on local services such as GPs, schools, traffic, pollution, it's just going to be an issue for all residents. You won't be able to move around Croxley without getting stuck in traffic. We've seen how bad it is at the moment with all the roadworks that are going on along Scots Hill and also along Watford Road, constantly having to take detours to avoid these roadworks, which never seem to get finished. This is only going to exacerbate the problem.
Is this Greenbelt land or ex-Greenbelt land?
So it's Greenbelt land, but the development company are trying to argue that it's grey belt, which it's not. I walk my dogs around that area. It's a National Trust site right nearby. There's tons of wildlife out there, and these developers are planning on building right next to them. It's going to have a massive impact.
It'll be really bad on the wildlife. So do you know if in all of this development planning there's actually even any plans to put any infrastructure in place, like more schools or increased hospital capacity or, you know, increased public transport services?
So they have stated that they are going to help the infrastructure, but for me, I don't see how that's going to help with 600 houses. I mean, if you're talking at least 2 people or an average 2, 3, 4 people a house, it's not going to be able to cope. It's just going to be, if people aren't able to get a GP appointment in a new proposed doctor's surgery, where are they going to go? They're going to go to Croxley, they're going to go to Gade. It's only going to cause a backlog of a system that is already struggling.
What other issues are kind of at the forefront for you at the moment in Croxley?
For me, it's also the roadworks that are going on around Croxley. I constantly see every single day on local Facebook groups roadworks coming up and being there for months on end. No consideration is taken in terms of directing traffic, and I'm sure a lot of people will notice they drive past these roadworks and there's no one there for weeks on end.
So definitely we need better roadwork planning. It feels as if, especially in that area, you've got kind of roadwork signs that are up there for a really long time, but no one's actually doing any work on them.
Absolutely. I mean, the impact on residents, you know, I've got a young daughter that I have to take to a childminder. I see loads of parents that are just stuck going up that hill, Scots Hill into Rickmansworth School. Kids are turning up late for school, people are parking all over the place. It's just a nightmare.
Would you like to tell the audience a little bit more about yourself and why you're running for reform?
Yep, so my views are very much in line with reform. I agree that immigration needs to be down to zero. Net zero is just something that's just not achievable. And in terms of myself, I was a police officer within the Met for 5 years. I'm used to going out, knocking on doors, finding out what people's issues are and dealing with them.
And I think that just really shows that, you know, George is not a career politician and he's a young man just like myself. He's, you know, only 27, and I really think that, you know, we are the voice now that is needed to push these things forward.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for being with us today. And obviously, you know, if anyone has any questions, you're more than welcome to comment. And if you know, just go out and vote. May 1st, Croxley.
Thank you.
George Moss.